Alright, everybody, welcome yourselves back to the ECC playoffs. Of course, we did just see right there Expansion Academy and Snakebite. It was a 4-1 victory for the expansion side, and they find themselves not only in the finals, but also they have promotion straight into Division 1. So, congratulations to them. And now Snakebite will play after this next series we're about to play. To determine the third place team and see if they can get into the promotion playoffs. So yeah, we'll be going into our next matchup now, which will be DSEA taking on Ascension, sorry. Excuse me being a complete idiot and my lack of brain cells. But anyways, DSEA and Ascension, of course, the second and third place teams coming into this one. And if I get myself the standings, yeah, DSEA, they have a 7-2 record coming into this one, and their roster is Marinus, Savage, Healing Hunter, Stock, and Frozen Cookie. And then Ascension, who have a record of 63 and is our third seed, of course. We have Chucho, Jez, and Niledav. So, yeah, that's the rosters we are working with here. So, Savi, I'll have to ask you right off the bat, what were our thoughts on our teams coming into this game?
Well, I have to say, both teams are looking very strong recently. DSEA having a great season in Division 2. And while Ascension have struggled at the start of the season, they definitely picked up their results later on. So there's not much to separate these two teams, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really excited to see what happens between these two teams. I believe Ascension were the ones that won last time these guys played each other. I will really quickly double check that. But I'm
Yeah,
pretty
it was an
sure.
Ascension sweep, although all games went to overtime, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so yeah, all games overtime, but it was a sweep, yeah, so I can see that. So yeah, DSCA, I don't think they actually had the best end to the season. If I bring up their match history as well, yeah, they actually didn't. It wasn't too bad, I suppose. But losing 3-0 to Ascension, and also 3-2 to Lynx Clan, two results. I think they should be winning both those games. But Ascension, they looked incredible, in their games, and they'll hope to continue that momentum going into the playoffs today. So it's going to be some yeah, really exciting stuff, I reckon. So now, Savi, I think we'll go into our predictions, and we'll start with you. Who do you think's got this?
Well, I think, like I said, there's going to be very little to separate these two teams, although I did ask the Ascension side before we got into this, and they've said that they're as confident as they're ever going to be, which is a good sign for them. And when they're on form, they can really hit some absolute fantastic plays. And I feel like Ascension are going to take this one, but it's going to be really close, possibly 4-2, 4-3.
All right,
4-3.
4-3. All right, that's a fair prediction. I think I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. I think Ascension do have this one in the bag. They've been looking really impressive as of late, whereas DSCA they've looked a bit meh. I think, but they still are, of course, one of the best teams. DSCA, but I don't know. I'm not really convinced by them, and I think Ascension they really do have this. As you mentioned, they are as confident as ever, which is a great sign coming into this, and they can pull off some incredible plays, as we saw. And of course, that 3-0 sweep that they had last time, like that's a very good result, even though all games went to overtime. So if you can close out overtimes as consistently as that, then that's really impressive and shows your mental fortitude. So I'll go with Ascension. I'll go with a 4-2 scoreline for this one. I think DSA they'll definitely take a couple games, but yeah, I don't think it'll be as close as you think. But yeah, that's what I've got for this series. So yeah, we're still waiting on the Ascension team to come in here. They'll have a couple more minutes, so hopefully they'll be here just shortly. Um, so yeah, you guys in the chat, of course, feel free to put your own predictions as well. I think Creed's Hype has put Ascension 4-2 win. Creed's put a 4-1. So that's what we got here. DSA Lotad, I think it's pronounced. DSA Easy Clap. So yeah, some interesting prediction coming in. Archex with Ascension, of course. Of course, there would be Ascension. Tracks with Ascension need to get this dub. So yeah, we've got a lot of conflicting sides here. We've got DSA from Stock, Ascension 4-1 from Waffle, Frauds with Ascension 4-2, Niptrox 4-1 DSEA, quickly flipping it, Ferox 4-0, DSA gonna beat them 4-2, DSEA, yeah, so yeah, it seems a little bit of a split here, Savvy, coming as this one, a lot of predictions coming from chat, so yeah, it's gonna be an exciting match for sure, I reckon, as we are just waiting for the Ascension team.
Yeah, well, like I said, I think it's got to be close either way. I wouldn't be surprised if if DSA did show up and get a big result here, although anything can happen, but I do think it'll be close.
Yeah, for sure. It will be really close. So yeah, I think the Ascension team are about to get in. Chucho's Chucho's just telling me he's joining out. And speaking of which, they are just connecting to the server. So we'll just wait until all they're in. Here we go. So I think, guys, we'll now get into this series. Of course, it is another best of 7, the second semi-final of the Division 2 playoffs. DSEA taking on Ascension. We'll be back again after this map animation. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting started with game 1 of this series. It is, of course, DSEA and Ascension taking on each other, and DSEA getting things started straight off the kickoff here. Hillian Hunter with the kickoff goal, and that is the start they really wanted, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a poor challenge from Chucho there. You'd expect better from him off the kickoff, but it's a great punish from Hillian, and it goes into the top corner although the net was open. And we'll see how Ascension can bounce back from this one.
Yeah, they have the capability to do it. Of course, they did get that 3-0 sweep over them earlier in the season, but of course it is the playoffs now, the most important time of the season for these guys. We'll see if Ascension can make the response. Here comes Jez with a weak shot into the box. Frozen Cookie with a great pass over to Marinus to try work it down the field. Here comes Nildab with a great clear out. Now Cookie pick this one up. It is challenged by Nildab. It is into the box and Marinus booms it onto the backboard. And Chucho not in the best position. It is dropping down. Two players on it, but they will get it out eventually. And this one into the midfield. Here comes Nildab with a booming clear. Potentially, Cookie is up for it, but now Jez will be looking to cut in for this one. Gets the shot on net. Marinus, an easy save for him. There, Marinus is sent high. Nildab will get a touch out to the left side, but it is just there for Cookie, who will boom it back down the field. Now Chucho will look to get to this. Can't reach, unfortunately. Jez will cut in to back him up. And Marinus sending it high. Chucho will look to get a shot potentially. It is onto the backboard, but Marinus is there. And yeah, I think Savvy, the DSC side, are looking very solid so far in the rotations and their touches. It's just like Ascension are really struggling to get into their half right now.
Wow, I was about to say that they were going to struggle, but there it is. Frozen Cookie with the first goal of the game. Second goal of the game, rather.
Yeah, it was a great shot as well, and yeah, Nildab couldn't get to that one, unfortunately. Neither could Jez. Yeah, Frozen Cookie does get the second goal for DSA, getting off to a hot start here, but I think the pace looks pretty different compared to our first series, really, with Expansion and Snakebite. It was a bit more slower pace, but this one was just explosive from the get-go, and he'll look to try to keep it up as Hillian Hunter is onto the backboard. Chucho will look to pick this one up. Can't get the follow-up touch, though. Nildab with a bit of a awkward position. Frozen Cookie looking to drop it down. It is off the post. Chucho will get it away. Now Hillian Hunter back into the box. Nildab out onto the sidewall for Jez potentially, but he can't reach it. Now Chucho and Jez up for this. It is boomed down the field, though. It is potentially on net. Marinus will stop it before the net. And now Hillian Hunter, great control of the ball. Looking to fake out defender, but the pinch is going towards the net potentially, but Nildab did get that touch there. Don't think it was going in anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered, but now here comes Jez out to the side wall. No one to follow up there. Chucho will look to cut in for this one. It's a little bit awkward for DSA, but they do make it work. And Nildab is there down. Marinus will clear it away. Now Jez with a shot on net. It is onto the crossbar. Marinus will clear it out, and then the demo will give Chucho a chance to work this one into the box. It is across the tent, but now Jez will be picking this one off the clear. And looking to take it himself. Takes it over one. Here does Nildab to pick it up. Potential pinch there, but it just put into the DSEA side, and now halfway through this game, still a 2-0 lead. What can Ascension really do here, Save, to try and get themselves on the board here?
Well, early on in the game, DSEA's rotation has been very solid here. They're not double committing, they're having a lot of quite comfortable touches, and we see Marinus here with really good spacing, baiting in Naldav, and I feel like Ascension need to get in some demos, which we did see a couple of earlier. If they throw in a few more, they could really throw off the DSEA's rotation and get a quick couple of goals in which they need.
Yep, and speaking of which, that was a shot on net, it was dangerous with Marinus again with the save. Now Jez looking to put this one to the box, he just tried to dunk at the defender, but doesn't go the way he wanted. Now here comes Cookie trying to put this one into the opposing end. Chucho will be taking this one himself, but not the best touch in the world, but he looks to still get it out. Does get that 50 out to Jez. Now he will be looking to air dribble it, trying to pass over to the teammate, but Naldab is not really there in the position for it. And here comes Chucho, tries to get a pinch out. Naldab off the post. There's a bit of an awkward recovery, but Jez will take it out. And Jez does have a passing option, puts it over to Naldab, but I don't think he recognised it. Tries to pass it back, but I think Jez was really in position for it. There's a little bit of confusion on the side of Ascension there. And Marinus pinches it in, and Helene Hunter just pounces on it, and that is the third goal here for DSEA.
Yeah, it's great speed from Helene to really pick up the pace here. Naldau isn't quite ready for it, and I'm noticing that Ascension have had some really good ideas for plays. They've got a few passes going on, but they're not quite finding the accuracy that they need to make them work.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll see how it works out for them going into the final minute of this game. Ascension comeback is looking unlikely, but it looks to try get themselves a confidence built going into the next game. Of course, as you said, they had great ideas for plays, but they just can't get the execution there really. That's the part that they're lacking in right now, which will probably be one of the most important parts of the process. Because goals at the end of the day are what get you wins. But now here comes Jez, putting it back to Nildab onto the backward. Here comes Chucho for the potential shot, but Frozen Cookie does save it. And Marinus here to secure the clear. And now Helene Hunter does chase it after Jez. It's put middle potentially, but Jez does intercept it. And now Marinus again playing so patient here. Jez just decides to delete him out of the server. Now here comes the infield, not infield, but pass into the midfield here. And now Jez tries to get a 50 on that. Cookie, it is out. Here comes Chucho out onto the side, bouncing off the corner, but Healing Hunter is there again. Jez with another demo, and as the clock runs down, comeback is not possible for Ascension. But yeah, sadly, what changes would you like to see to Ascension's gameplay going into the next game to potentially, give themselves more of a chance here?
Well, I think they'll be grateful for the next game just to come along and just so they can get a reset, to be honest. I mean, like I said, I think they've been playing to a degree where they're going to be able to pick this up later on in the series when they're feeling a little bit more confident. They just need to pick up that confidence and find those passing plays and find those shots where at the moment the accuracy just isn't quite there.
Yeah, but we'll now advance into game 2 and see how they manage to adapt here. Alright, well guys, here we are, game 2 coming out here. Of course, DSEA lead by 1 in this series, and Ascension will be looking for a response after what was a really dominant game from the DSEA side. The Healing Hunter looking to get things started early, great save from Jez off the line there. Now looking to follow it up himself, has a passing option in Nildav, but he is looking to make the dribble play happen. He flicks it high onto the backboards. Now, a little bit of panic in DSEA, Marinus will be able to get it. Now Churchill looking to recenter, but didn't get the best touch that he wanted. Now Jez onto the backboard once more. Here comes Nildav for the shot. Great play from Ascension to open things up here in the second game.
Yeah, they've already picked up the pace from last game. Jez with a great pass off the backboard. Hillian can't quite get there and he backs off. Nildav with a great read. Absolute banger into the net where no one's ready for it. And it's 1-0.
Yep, only took them 28 seconds to do so, so let's see if they can hold on to this lead. They've definitely sped things up now. Trying to be a bit more pacey on the attack, and they're looking to continue it, as now they've had a chance here. It does force the 50 with Marinus. Here comes Jez for the shot, and now double commit inside of DSEA. Chucho was not really expecting it, and he can't capitalise, unfortunately. Now Jez trying to intercept this one. Healing Hunter gets it past him. Now Chucho, the dangerous touch. Cookie is sent high off that 50, and Marinus completely flies past the ball. The Healing Hunter, the last man, does get it away. Nylab can't get the touch. Chucho will end up blocking it himself. Now Cookie puts it off the corner. Marinus comes in to centre it. Cookie turns on it, perhaps cutting off Hunter there, but now the attacking chance comes out for Ascension, but Cookie will just look to delay it as long as possible. Allow his teammates to get into a better position. So now, here comes Nylab on the attack, tries to take a shot on net. Great demo from Jez, but Marinus still comes in clutch. Best I'm noticing Ascension are getting a little bit more creative in their attacks here.
Yeah, they're definitely showing that touch of class that we know they had in them. They just need to bring it out here for the final little shot or final pass. Chucho again trying to prove his talent, but with the air dribble. But it's looking better for Ascension now.
Yeah, certainly. We'll see if they can keep it up, as we are 2 minutes into this game. Still 1-0 for Ascension. Chucho had the chance here. Jez will jump for it and force a 50. And looking for even more, but he can't find contact with the ball. Of course, the Cookie, not a lot of boost though. Can't find a solid clear, and the ball just grab position back over to Ascension. So now that puts it center. Marinus again for the clear. Here comes Jez, puts it onto the side wall. No one really going for DSEA. Here comes Chucho. 2+ in committed for that, but of course the Cookie covers well. Now can't find a touch there. Nildab does still read it though. Now Marinus is up for it, so is Healing Hunter. The double commit does not work out for them, but Chucho not in the best spot and does get a mistouch. Now it's back to Nildab, but now it is into the corner of Ascension. Chucho bangs it out. Marinus does send it high for Cookie. And this one bouncing straight down. Can Cookie get the ready cap? And Marinus will get it off the drop down. And halfway through this game, DSA finally get the equaliser.
Yeah, it's great position from Marinus, staying around up front, ready for the touch. And a bit of a double commit there from Ascension allows them to get punished by some good positioning from DSEA.
Yeah, brilliant stuff here, but it's still going to be a really close game, I reckon, as Ascension have showed a bit more consistency in this game, and of course ability to execute on the plans they have. As Chucho looks for another air dribble, but Marinus is there for a save. He's been everywhere on the field so far, as Jez comes in to make it 2-1. A fast response here coming out from Ascension.
Yeah, Jez, classically the striker of this Ascension team, is proving again why he is, because he's just so fast to the ball there, sneaks it in at the near post, and it's a great shot to put Ascension back up 2-1.
Yes, indeed. And now 2 minutes 15, they're back with the lead. It's now they'll be looking to play it well off this kickoff. I think that was a miss from one of the DSEA players there, but the demo now. Nylab, the double commit again on DSEA. Jez putting it into the middle. Marinus will pick it up. Before the Cookie just cuts right in front of him. Now Chucho looks to put this one censored. Couldn't get it off the. He did backflip on that one, and now here comes Nylab with a pinch out. It is off the ceiling. Looks to follow it up himself. Tries to force a 50, but the Cookie just booms it into the corner. Now Jez looking for a bit of control here. Really good stuff from him. And now Healing Hunter with a weak shot. Chucho puts it out to Jez. Now Jez, the striker again, trying to play it himself. Tries to get a dunk here, but Cookie with another save. And Nildab puts it back down into the middle. A bit of bumping going on between those two players there. And force the Cookie with the shot. It is well wide of the net though. And Healing Hunter back into the centre. Nildab blocks the shot attempt. And Chucho will put it out and away. Now Healing Hunter misses the touch off the backboard, but teammate does cover for him. And now Jez throws it onto the backboard for Cookie. We'll clear it out again. Yes, I've noticed in the past couple of minutes, like DSA, they're looking a lot less composed, you know. I saw much more double commits out of them and just like cutting in front of each other unnecessarily, and just seeing that it's not having a great effect on them here.
Yeah, I think that's probably a result of Ascension have really picked up the pace this game, and they're forcing DSA into much more uncomfortable positions. And they're just not used to it, as this is going to be the first game in the series where Ascension have picked it up like this. So they need to feel more comfortable in themselves. They need to have a little bit more trust in their teammates, and then DSEA can get back to where they were in game 1.
Yeah, definitely. Just, you know, it's about adapting to the opponents. As we now have 30 seconds left. Nildab has a chance, takes the shot, isn't the crossbar. It's a follow-up here from Jez. Of course it is the striker. Gets a shot, but what a pinch from Healing Hunter off the post. That could have been really dangerous, but great reaction there from Ascension. This manages to keep it safe for now as Jez gets a clear out. Chucho will follow it up himself. Just liking these touches from Ascension, trying to get it to each other as Chucho has a shooting chance. Forcing Cookie again for the save. Now Jez misses that touch. It could be a counter-attacking chance for Cookie. It's him against Chucho, trying to get it past him. The shot chance from Marinus to tie it up with 4 seconds left. Great counter here from DSEA to tie it up.
Yeah, Cookie with the great solo play here to get the touch and then put it into the middle and also secure the bump on Chucho, which was the nail in the coffin for his defense. And Marinus with the perfect placement into the bottom right-hand corner. We're all tied up again.
Yeah, definitely. So it's good stuff from him. As now it could be a potential kickoff play here, but Chucho, great composure to get this one out, and he looks to just ground it, but he's actually keeping it up. Here comes Jez for a potential play. He's not got a lot of boosts. Could he find a second touch? He can't, but here comes Nailed Up with a shot. Oh my goodness! The 0-second play from Ascension to come up clutch. This is just madness from both these teams here.
Wow, Jez with the backboard play, trying to get the double tap but can't quite find it. Nailed with the perfect positioning, following up Jez's touch. Gets a really nice shot in an awkward position, and that's going to be a game for Ascension and a place where it was looking like the DSEA were bringing it back.
Yeah, they do clutch up in the end, Ascension, and do secure themselves the win. There's great stuff from them. Now we'll see how DSEA react in the third game. Alright, game 3 starting up here. It's 1-1 this series now after Ascension made a miraculous 0-second play to secure the win for them. Now let's see who can take the advantage here, as it looks to be DSC with Frozen Cookie getting a really early goal. Just what a play from them.
Yeah, Hillian with a great aerial to get it off the wall, and Frozen Cookie wasting no time to rush for it and get it in at the near post. And the defence just isn't ready for it. That's going to be 1-0, 7 seconds in.
Yeah, DSA looking to be like their old selves again, getting a really early lead here. Now Ascension, they've got it all to do here. They have to make a response here, but we know if they keep up the pace from last game, they can certainly do it. As here comes Chucho, it is off the back wall. Jez with the follow-up, but he missed the touch there. The Chucho attempted back pass, but this goes over to Helion Hunter. Nailed up, clears it out. Here comes Cookie, drops it down for Helion Hunter, but Chucho, great read on that to block it out. And here comes Marinus trying to take himself. Helion Hunter too. Get the follow-up. The shot is on net, but Chucho makes the save. Now with zero boost, he's getting bumped. We're at the backside there from seems to be Helion Hunter. And now he does back pass it to Jez. Looking to play it himself. Now the demo on Marinus could potentially be a chance here on the offensive end. And nailed up. Here he comes with the potential play. Does delay his flip there, and it was a great try, but Frozen Cookie does get the save here. Now Jez looking to keep the pressure going, does win that 50. Now Chucho chasing this one down, but he can't reach it just in time. Nailed that. On the back, we're looking to follow up himself, but Helion Hunter does great positioning there to get it out. But finally the pressure is broken here from Ascension, but yeah, they're still hungry to get this equalizer here, Staff. They're looking like they're game to self still.
Yeah, Ascension and DSA both now seem to be playing at their best, and Jez going up quite for an ambitious touch there, but you have to be quite pleased with how competitive this is turning out to be.
Yeah, for sure. We do love to see it this way. Now Ascension, they're still striving to get the equalizer. It's Frozen Cookie, not the best touch onto the backwards. Helion Hunter again, a bit of a poor touch. Now Chucho with the follow-up. Great first touch there, but he can't get it past the other two defenders. And now Frozen Cookie trying to get it down with zero boost. Wins that 50 with Jez. There's a chance here as Jez missed it off the backboard, but Chucho with a great clear out. He tries to pass it to Nailed Up, but Marinus shuts it down so early. Now Marinus with a follow-up touch. Jez gets it off the line. And it's now a siege here for DSEA as Jez is off the corner. Now, Frozen Cookie is off the sidewall. Chucho does get it. It is blasted left, right again. And now Nailed up onto the backboard. It does is down for Healing Hunter, sorry. A brilliant clear there. Chucho moves it downfield. And now he couldn't get that touch there. Now Marinus does take it off his teammate there. Now they'll try to get that one. Now Healing Hunter is up for it, misses the touch. And now Chucho, the last man back, he has it all to do here. Frozen Cookie touched it down and Nildav gets it out again. And now DSEA looking to control it. Here comes Jess, chasing this one down, trying to get into the middle. Can he get a second touch? He can. It is really awkward for them, but no follow up there from Nildav, I think it was. He didn't really expect that. And still it is 1-0 for DSEA, but looking incredibly close. This one is going back down the field. Oh boy, I think it was an overcommit for Ascension there. It's 2-0 to DSEA here.
Yeah, it's a tiny lapse in the rotation from Chucho, pushing up a little bit too early, and they get punished for it. Unfortunately, against DSEA, you can't afford to make that kind of mistake, as they will punish you. And we're now 2-0.
Yeah, indeed. 2 minutes 13. Ascension, they've had tons of pressure on their opponents, but they just couldn't get it past the final hurdle. But here comes Nildav to try and make a solo play. It's down to the box, and here comes Chucho to finish it. Great pass from Nildav there, and Chucho, brilliant stuff. Great positioning to finish it off.
Yeah, that's a great response. Nildav again, getting a fantastic touch into the middle, and Chucho, the fastest player to it. Marinus can't quite get there. And a great response, 2-1.
Yep, can they bring this back? We'll see. It's now off this kick off here. Nildav does want to. Can he make the solo play happen? No, Healing Hunter is to shot it down. Now looking to work this one into the box again. As Jez is taking this one himself. A bit of a bump there. Chucho has to make the save. He can. Great angle from Frozen Cookie to find the hat trick.
Yeah, that's a great shot in there from a good angle as well. And he finds a pretty much perfect placement around Chucho, who can't quite get there. I imagine he would have been grateful for a bit more boost in that situation, but down 3-1 again for Ascension.
Yep, certainly. And now off the kick off again, Marinus will be taking this one into his own corner. Here goes Nildav with 0 boost, gets a second touch. Chucho tried to pre-jump it, but really awkward for the side of DSEA, but he will get it out eventually. But still, Jez is coming in to keep the pressure going. It's a bump on one defender, but Cookie's just going to control it for his teammates. And Chucho try to go for a challenge there, but now Nildav loses that 50-50. It is bouncing down. Jez will be there for that save though. Try to get a second touch. He can't do it though. Now Hunter pulling it into the centre for Marinus, where the touch is well wide of the net. Now, back to the other end, potentially Healing Hunter is back into the other half. Looks like DSEA have a lot of pressure of their own here. They're just looking to lock in this game. A 2-goal lead, no need to overextend for them. Just keeping good rotation here. And here comes Chucho. Booms it down and field with that 50, and here comes Jez to follow it up. What can he do with this? Tries to play it into the middle, but it's easy play for Frozen Cookie. And again, it's looking like in game 1, Saba, where DSEA have incredibly strong defensive rotation, and Ascension, they can't really find a way through.
Yeah, I have to say I'm getting flashbacks from that first game, and although Ascension's offense has been picked up a little bit since then still, with them finding the 1 goal, it's not going to be enough if they want to take down this DSEA side, and they need to be more consistent and more clinical on that offense.
Yeah, for sure, as the clock is running down. Ascension need to find something now. It's just a shooting chance, but he couldn't find the touch. Chucho, he will try to get it himself, but he just waits for that clear out. Potentially trying to get a pass out to Nildav. Forces the 50. Looking for one more into the centre. Here comes Jez for the shot, but Marinus, brilliant save on that to read it. Oh my. And now here comes Chucho back into the centre. Gets a touchdown to kill it. Now Frozen Cookie tries to fake out Jez, trying to pre-jump it. But time is running down here as Chucho throws it out to the side. Looking for a consolation at this point. So it's looking like DSEA will be winning this one 3-1. A great performance from them to put themselves 2-1 up in the series.
Yeah, I have to agree. It's been definitely DSEA showing their quality here in game 3.
Yeah, for sure. So 2-1 to them. They are looking to keep on going here. We'll see if Ascension can tie things back up here as we advance into the 4th game of this series. Alright, we're now into this fourth game. DSEA have advantage in the series. We'll see if they can put themselves onto a match point in this game with Ascension. We'll keep the series highly competitive. So here comes Jez on the offensive end potentially, trying to get it over one. Gets past Helion Hunter. And now looking for a follow-up touch. He does get a great read on that into the box with Marinus instantly there to clear it out. Now Frozen Cookie trying to get it out. Gets a touch on that, but it will be over to Chucho, who throws it into the corner. Helion Hunter can't find a touch. It is a chance for Chucho to get into the box. Forces a 50. And Marinus is going to be there as always to clear it out for his team. So this one rolling into the box. It is panic to say DSA and they finally get a touch on it, but it's still in front of the box. Marinus will block it and Eldab can't get the shot. That was a real scare for DSA there. There's a lot of panicky stuff on the side of them, but they will get it out now. It's still 0-0 in this game as Neldab is up for this. Down the wing to Jez, but can't find a touch just yet. Looking to play it center, but Helion Hunter will get the clear out. And Chucho trying to take this one himself. 2 players up for DSEA. And yeah, it's not a good sign for them in the first minute here. They've been looking pretty panicky so far, Save, and you know, I wonder how this could affect them going into the later stage of this game.
Yeah, well, we saw just a moment ago with Helion hitting it off his own corner wall and creating a situation where DSA were really struggling to get it clear. Although Ascension as well are having these pesky double commits that they really need to iron out before they can start taking more games off their opponents.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll see how this works out as Chucho. Let's get the clear out. And he will look to follow up himself. And now Marinus does have a bit of space to work with. Clears it across to Helion Hunter, who gets a boomer down the field. Now that the last man has to block this. The shot was there, but yeah, it was a brilliant read from Neldab. And now he's playing it down the field himself again. It's looking like back and forth at the moment as Jez looking to get a shot potentially. And 2 players miss it. It's off the post though. And it will be played out. And now that onto the backboard. Helion Hunter is there, but not the best clear as Jez gets the shot on net, which he will convert. 2 minutes in, Jez, the striker for Ascension, will find the first goal for them.
Yeah, that's a clinical shot there from Jez, pouncing on Helion's mistake once again off the backboard. And I have to say, DSA have been struggling a little bit with their back post rotation, which has been throwing them off and leading to some really awkward clears so far.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll see how they manage to adjust here as Ascension. They get the lead that they wanted here. It's played really high. Here comes Jez for another goal here. The rotation just not there from DSEA. The net is left wide open and Jez again getting the scoring going here.
Yeah, Jez with a pretty much perfect shot. Keeps it down, keeps it calm, makes sure he doesn't hit it over the bar. And 2-0 to Ascension is going to show that they can really put up a fight here against DSEA.
Yeah, certainly. 2-0 lead is what they wanted, and they'll definitely take any goal they can get. And Chucho now looking to play it himself. He's gone for quite a few solo plays in these games. He's not found much success, I don't feel like. Jez trying to play it infield to Neldab, but he just turned back. And now the passing play coming out for DSA, but Neldab, great vision to recognise the passing there, shut down the passing lane, and it will deny another chance for DSA. Now Jez putting this one high. Marinus is there, but another player committed. It looks like it was Frozen Cookie. Now here comes Helion Hunter, clears it out. Marinus does put it across field. Now Cookie is a little bit hesitant on this, and Jez will surely beat him to this ball. And Marinus turning back on this one, a bit of an awkward position, but Cookie does get a demo on Chucho, and it will allow Frozen Cookie to turn and get a chance out. But Ascension have some great control here. Now Helion Hunter interrupting. Now that solo play there. And Chucho, not a lot of business to work with. We'll just have to play it centre, plays it down to Jez, perfect from him. Frozen Cookie just helps Jez out, if anything, with that touch. And now that looking for a challenge here. Jez turns back, but he can't get a good touch on it. And now Chucho is in a 2-on-1 situation, but he does play it well. I feel like I would have wanted to see a demo play out of DSEA there, considering it was a 2v1. Now still, it's 2-0 for Ascension. They are playing very solid here, I must say.
Yeah, they've been making these really nice clears, as we see from Chucho there coming out with a boomer and trying to just buy time and really just play it safe in the last couple of minutes here. But that kind of turns on its head right as I say it, as Neldab picks up the 3rd goal from a little defensive error there from Marinus.
Yeah, playing it across your own net is, you know, kind of one of the golden rules of Rocket League. You just don't cross it over your own net like that, because chances are someone's just going to dive for it and they will end up getting a goal. Now it's 3-0 for Ascension, looking a lot better in this game. Now Chucho looking to play it back down to a teammate, but it's interrupted by Helion Hunter. Looking for a second touch, and Crookie for a potential shot there, but now Marinus will clean up on it. A bit of a messy situation, but DSEA get one back.
Yeah, making up for his mistake that led to the 3rd Ascension goal. Marinus just getting the clinical finish there. 2 goalkeepers in net, but he finds the placement, which means that neither of them can get to it. Perfect stuff.
Yep, for sure. At minute 25, to come back with the DSEA is possible, but Ascension, they just play calm and keep playing the way they have been so far this game. They will surely secure it. Just don't give anything to DSEA and they'll be fine, because they've got a very comfortable lead here. It's now Chicho gets to clear out. No one on this ball just yet. It will be Marinus to finally come in. There's off the corner wall. And then here comes Nildab, clears it high. Could have potentially sent Cookie there, which is not what he wanted, but thankfully it is just under. Now Jez looking to follow this one up himself, a bit ambitious. They do like the effort, but now a minute left. No need to overextend, let's look to hold on to this lead. Time forcing Cookie, looks to play himself. Now Jez misses the backboard read. Chucho will be up for it, but he misses that as well. Nildab, the last man, does force a 50, and Jez will clear it out to the corner finally. It was a bit messy there for Ascension, but they do get away with it, thankfully for them. And now Marinus just rams Jez and deletes him. Now here comes Marinus, does force the 50 there, it's out to the corner, force the Cookie for the follow up, and Jez is not ready for it. DSEA bring another one back. Couldn't he make the comeback here, Save?
I think they can. Relentless stuff from DSA. Marinus picking up a couple physical plays there on that goalkeeper and on threatening it on Jez in the net there and with the demo before. And DSA are looking really strong here.
Yeah, they just need to find one more goal here. 33 seconds, adequate time to do so. And can he get it off the kickoff here? Doesn't look likely as Chucho does jump for it in good time. Now both players on this ball now. They've crossed it over to Jez. Brilliant stuff here for Ascension, but Marinus just reaches that one, clears it wide. Now Chucho, he is demoed for his efforts though, but he gets it clear, tries to buy a bit of time. Nildab is there, and then Marinus actually gets Chucho off the respawn. Just the timing there for him, but Chucho will still get it regardless. And now, last bit of pressure here from DSA. Can he make this work? Jez gets a booming clear downfield. Of course, the Cookie is there, but Jez will clear it out to Nildab. Can he find one more for the record boost? Yes, they can. The pass there from Jez to Nildab will secure the 4th goal and this game.
Yeah, a bit of a stat pad from Nildab there, but it's a good finish to secure game 4.
Yeah, brilliant finish there. And we'll be 4-2 in this game. Ascension, they do tie it up here 2-2. They're making the series very exciting and competitive here. And now, going into the 5th game, both teams showing a lot of strength. We'll see who can come out on top. Here we are, guys, 2-2 in this series. Whoever wins this match will be on match point. So I have to see who can come out on top as we are on to Neo Tokyo now for game 5. As our Cookie will be clearing this one out. Chucho put this one into his own corner. Now Cookie backwards, puts an info pass to Helian Hunter. Great stuff, but it's blocked early by Jez. Now Chucho tries to get it out to Nildab. Looks to make a play down the field. Gets a flick over. Very nice of him. And Jez with a shot. What a play from Ascension to open things up here in game 5.
And Nildab showing off a little bit of a missing play there. Gets almost a wave dash, but not quite on the dribble. Marinus kind of get the bump, and Jez comes out of nowhere to get the finish. And DSEA just aren't ready for it. And that's going to be 1-0.
Yeah, great stuff here. There's a great flip from Nildab. I noticed he saved this flip there just to try catch out the attacking player on DSEA, and it worked out perfectly for them. The Chucho out to Nildab, looking for a redirect potentially. It was a great shot from Nildab. He did get the shot, but it will be an easy save for the Cookie. Now Jez on the backboard. Here comes Chucho for a shot, but it's close to the corner once again. Helian Hunter will be taking this one out. Now looking for a shot chance. It is just wide though. Jez will be taking this one. And force the Cookie a banger into the side wall. Marinus with the follow-up. Great response from DSEA to get themselves back into this.
Yeah, DSEA proving themselves just like last game, keeping up where they left off. Marinus finding the open net after the bump from his teammate, and it's all tied up here after 51 seconds.
Yeah, indeed. So let's see what goes on in the rest of this game. Both teams are hungry to get still take advantage in this series. They want to take this one because winning this puts you in the finals and secures yourself a Division 1 spot. And you do not want to be playing in that third place playoff because that just adds the stress of the playoffs here. But we'll now see Chucho up this. Does beat Frozen Cookie to it. Marner's the last man. Perfect positioning from him. He's been playing a great third man role so far this series. Every time I've seen him on the defense, he seems to be doing a great job of it. And here comes Chucho, trying to get this one out. No one to follow it up though. Now they'll get eventually, and Jez actually demotes Cookie in his own half. And now Jez is put high. Healing Hunter puts it down into the box. Cookie will block Chucho's shot attempt. Here comes Nildab trying to get this one out. Looking to block the clear from Marinus, which he does so successfully. Healing Hunter is up for it. Jez tries to read it, but a great touch there. Chucho's follow up is also blocked. But essentially have a bit of pressure here and now. Frozen Cookie would have liked to see him follow up that one for a pass potentially. So this one is cleared back out. Healing Hunter into the box for Cookie. A great shot there, and DSEA will be the ones taking the lead here.
Yeah, that's a really good bit of chemistry there between Cookie and Hillian for the little 1-2 passing play off the wall. That's a great finish as well. Chucho just can't get there, and DSEA have retaken their lead to 1-up.
Yeah, for sure. So 2-1 up. Ascension will be looking for a response into this one. I'm pretty sure so far the games have been back and forth. DSEA won the first one, Ascension won the second, and so forth. So if we're going by the script, DSEA should be winning this one, but we'll see if Ascension can break that in this game. That's how Jez tried to get that one nailed up. Puts it over one, but Cookie will be there for the follow-up, but I think he did buy adequate time for his teammate to get back. Chucho missed that, but Jez will just bang it straight out into his opponent's half. Now Healing Hunter, the back pass to Marinus was really interesting, but works out as Frozen Cookie looks to the redirect, but now that will be there for that one. I was fully expecting it. And Chucho into the corner, looking for a potential corner read, but not the bounce he was looking for, unfortunately. Nailed up, taking a little bit of time, puts it onto the backboard for a teammate who's up for this. It is Chucho. Now Jez putting this one into the corner, looking for a second touch, but didn't have a great angle on it, unfortunately. Back into the middle. It's cleared out by Cookie. Chucho puts it into the box. The demo from Nailed Up will not work out though, as Cookie could get back to this one. And now still Marinus getting this clear out, just fending off the siege here from Ascension. Now back into Ascension's half. Look to restart the attack, collect a bit of boost as Jez gets the air dribble out, but Healing Hunter waits very patiently for this one. And still savvy, despite Ascension having this much pressure on DSEA, they still can't manage to find a net in this one.
Yeah, I noticed they had a little demo play going on earlier where the goalkeeper was gone, but the third man for Ascension just wasn't ready to push up. Maybe he was collecting boost, I'm not quite sure, but they're having these little lapses where they're just not quite supporting each other enough to get that final play and get it in the net. Yeah,
and it looks like to be an overcommit here as the third goal goes in for DSEA. Ascension, I think they pushed way too much for this one, but I saw a double commit. I think Jez was up for it, but Chucho also jumped behind them, which is completely unnecessary. But there we go, it's 3-1, 1 minute 25 left. Gonna be really tough for Ascension to get back into this one. Just feel like, yeah, you said it yourself, Sabi, you need to support each other a little bit more in this one. Make sure the third man is ready. Get everyone on the same page into this one. Ascension, can he make the comeback happen? We'll have to see as Jez, waiting patiently as last man, anticipates the shot there. And there comes Marinus, putting it back into the middle. Chucho puts it off the backboard. And of course the Cookie is ready and waiting with two players on top of each other. Marinus now, a bit of an awkward potential shot there. He was on the backboard to try to block it, but just couldn't get the touch on it, unfortunately. Now back into the middle again. Ascension still can't capitalise. 50 seconds to go. Let's see what they can do as Chucho gets it out. Frozen Cookie is there. Still pressure on for DSEA. They're putting someone of their own. And yeah, 30 seconds left still. They're trying to find a consolation at this point, Ascension. Because unless they can find a goal pretty much right now, which I don't think is going to happen, DSEA will be on match point, and that can be really dangerous there. But yeah, Sabi, what do you think Ascension are going to be feeling going into this next game? And what do you think they've got to like change and adapt to DSEA's playstyle to make it more competitive?
Well, DSEA have been really good at following up touches. Ascension almost try and bring this one back, but Ascension have had some really good chances. They just need to be, again, more clinical. In the games that they've been winning, they've definitely been very accurate. They've put away their chances. In the games they've been losing, they haven't quite managed to do that. So It's been a pretty clear trend.
Yeah, for sure. So Ascension, they must get a kickoff goal here, but the back corner strap coming out from DSEA will grant the possession. Let's see if they can make the clear downfield. They can't as Marinus just blocks it, and unless the ball can be kept up at 0 seconds, now that with a booming clear, but it will touch eventually. It's just not powerful enough, and Marinus will shut it down. 3-2 to DSEA, match point. He will be moving on into the 6th map of the series. Looking really close between these two teams. Can Ascension fourth to 7th game? We'll see after this next match animation.
Click spectate.
Alright, here we go, guys. Potentially the last game, match point for DSEA, game 6 of this series coming out here. Ascension, they'll be looking to tie it up once more to force the deciding game of this series. As Jez, his shot is too wide, but Chucho will be there to follow up. Bouncing shot there, but Alien Hunter just cleared it out straight away. And Nildab missing that touch there. Jez will be getting it, and Nildab looking for a redirect attempt. He has a great chance here. Decides to drop it to Jez, but great touch from Marinus to deny it. It could have been really dangerous there, potentially a goal for Ascension. And Marinus taking it out himself, flicks it past one. Alien Hunter with a redirect. Oh my, great try from him. But it was just wide off the post. Now Chucho getting a flick there. Nildab taking down Alien Hunter as well. We'll give a chance to the Ascension side, but Chucho is really awkward for him. Bouncing off the side wall and out. Nildab is there, just booms it away. Now throws the cookie. Tries to pop it. Here comes Chucho into the corner. Now Alien Hunter misses that touch again. Marinus coming in for a shooting chance, but Jez is there to put it away. And Jez off the backboard. Chucho, let's get a touchdown. Now it is being carried out again, but so far Sabi has been looking really back and forth between these two teams in this game.
Yeah, it definitely has been. I mean, neither team looking particularly stronger than the other so far. No shots taken by either side so far. Although I'm noticing Ascension have already managed to find that backboard once, and they'll be looking to do that again and again as some of their best plays have come off the backboard this series.
Yeah, definitely. DSEA, they do know how to defend the backboard, but of course Ascension, they've been able to see every time someone's not on the backboard, they can just capitalise off of it. So they'll be looking to try and exploit that fact in this game, as this one is thrown to the backboard from Cookie, but no one to follow it up. Alien Hunter finally gets it. I'm surprised no one from the Ascension challenge there. Now Chucho puts it over to Jez to try and make a play down the field, but Chucho will just take it off him. Here comes Jez for the follow-up eventually. Couldn't find a touch on it though. It's back down the other end. Chucho is the last man back, trying to buy as much time as possible. Great block there. Cookie did win that 50, but it went well wide. They're back into the centre. Here comes Jez. Is well onto the backboard. Marinus will be getting this clear though, out into his own corner. As now Chucho missed that touch off of Cookie's whip as well. Here comes Nildab. Tries to put it downfield. It is an open net though. Nildab looking to put the centre. It is high. Jez will look to drop it down for a teammate, but Cookie does block it. Now Chucho, not the best touch in the world. It is cleared back down. Nildab, last man, just trying to play time. Puts it into his own corner for Jez. There's plenty of boost of work when he just decides to clear it out. Marinus is a touch by Chucho. They're halfway through this game. Still nothing being found by either of these teams. No dangerous opportunities. It's just looking like a stalemate at the moment.
Yeah, we're seeing a couple more shots coming out now from two from DSA, one from Ascension, but it looks like they're being pretty easily shut down so far. Both teams possibly too afraid to make those bold plays, which could either win or lose in the game. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Ascension, I know a couple times in this series they've like overcommitted so much on defense that perhaps they were a bit too scared to do that. To try and play a little bit more safe. Of course, Game 6 is a very important game because DSEA, they do want to win this, but at the same time, Ascension, they want to get to that 7th and deciding game, potentially. So Jez back passes it to Nilda, trying to split up the defense. DSEA potentially does a double commit on the offense, and now Jez is the last man, trying to control the ball. He does so very well. Now back into the centre. Chucho is back finally, but he misses the touch. Cookie did not expect that at all, I reckon. Now Cookie just trying to put it out the defenders. Jez gets the demo. Cookie just removes him entirely, and he will get the clear out. And now a minute 20 left. Still 0-0 in this game, looking really close. As Chucho trying to get out. The shot from close to Cookie is blocked by Naldav straight away. Back into the corner. Jez misses that touch. Chucho has it all to do here, but Mariner slips it by him. It's the bottom right, and it will be 1-0 for DSEA.
Yeah, Chucho there looks like he goes for the big boost pad on the far side. He's a little bit slow to get back, gives Marinus the free hit, and he dives in a little bit awkwardly on the save. And Ascension have got it all to do with 1 minute and 11 seconds left.
Yeah, not many opportunities for either side, but DSEA, they do capitalise on one after putting so much pressure on Ascension. And now goes the Cookie, that boomer down the field. Chucho has to make the clear. It's onto the backboard, but I imagine a follow-up is here. It is not for DSEA. I imagine they don't want to take many chances. Marinus has another good shot. Chucho will have to clear it away though. Now Healing Hunter puts it back. Chucho looking to just capitalise off it if he can. He needs to scramble to find anything to tie it up. This one's into the centre, but no one is there to receive it. Now Jez just taking it off the sidewall again, puts it into the middle, but Healing Hunter will pick up on it. No one challenging here. Finally Chucho does it and he wins it. Here comes Jez trying to find a centre ball, but he will not find it. Puts it back down, but Chucho was not expecting a bit of miscommunication. Now Healing Hunter just trying to play it slow. Now having a really awkward spot, and he will put it past him. Healing Hunter gets the second goal and is looking all but over here for Ascension.
Yeah, DSA proven that not only have they got the team players, they've also got the solo players. Hillian Hunter faking out Nildav, who seems to be in an awkward position, but Hillian Hunter will take it. He gets a perfect finish in, and with 30 seconds left, it's looking like it's game over.
Yeah, for sure. 30 seconds, Ascension. They've got to find something right now if they want to get themselves back into the game, otherwise they'll be going down into the third place decider. As Nildav into the corner. Can he do anything here? He's just looking to play time here. You don't need to overextend at all. And Healing Hunter looking for the draw play again, but Chucho shuts it down. But it looks like it's too little too late. DSEA 2-0 lead. There's no way Ascension can come back now. Congratulations to them. They made it to the finals and they're also securing promotion to Division 1. Just brilliant performance here from DSEA.
Yeah, big congratulations to them. A very solid result here. Very consistent throughout the games and well-deserved win over Ascension.
Yep, definitely. So they'll be really happy with themselves to finally secure it. Ascension, they played their hearts out in this game. You know, they had some excellent plays and they really showed a lot of resilience, but they couldn't get it over the line this time. DSA proved they're the better team on the day, and that'll be them into the Division 2 finals in this one. So yeah, brilliant stuff here from both